G'day traders, it's Friday, Free Cash Friday, day 3, the closing range of the week. Today I'm going to talk about a couple of things about the importance of Fridays, and I'm going to actually be doing a couple of very specific videos over the weekend to deal with some things to hopefully help traders and simplify some things. We'll be adding some more material to the course back office. Number one on a Friday, and I've talked about this in lots of other videos, the importance of a Friday, number one, to end the week strong, especially after we've had some very large moves this week. Some fantastic textbook playbook opportunities for traders to significantly compound their accounts. One of the things that Friday is important about is because obviously, number one, we can have two types of best playbook trade type of setup opportunities. A trend trade opportunity, a parabolic trend trade, a coiled market that will explode in the direction of its current move, a day 1, day 2, day 3 trend trade, or a reversal opportunity, high of week, low of week, to high of day, low of day opportunity. And some cases we can have a market that will be coiled, that can have major red news as a catalyst to explode it and actually maybe go high of week to low of week, low of week to high of week. And we see that often, but mostly on high impact major red news events. But the most important thing on a Friday is to not do any damage. It's critical for some very important reasons. And number one, you don't want to obviously damage any of the good results that you've already had. So for example, some traders today were able to make up for some losses they took yesterday because there was a couple of opportunities that they identified as playbook candidates for themselves. And so they've ended the week green. Other traders were unfortunately caught into markets that may not necessarily have been best trade candidates, and they not only gave back some of their profits, but did some damage to their accounts as well. Now, number one, first and foremost, let me repeat the importance of hunting out playbook best trade candidates. So separating trying to trade a market because it has movement versus identifying a very specific parabolic opportunity, whether it's a low of week to high of day opportunity or a reversal. We saw reversals coiled inside on the NASDAQ. I'm going to be talking about those. There's a couple of funny things about the indexes that we'll go over in the technical video. But also gold, a very large move yesterday, and it's inside of yesterday's low of day area, above closing price. And it's the type of market, if you hang around and learn from gold long enough, you know that today was potentially a day that you did not want to touch. It's had a large move yesterday, and it's just sitting down there. We have a holiday weekend in the US on Monday, Memorial Day weekend, and that had a red flag written all over it to not touch that market. Again, identifying candidates that have your criteria for best trade candidates. And if there was one for gold, it wasn't in my playbook. That's for sure. It's a red flag. That's a recipe for disaster. You're trading inside, not only inside of the high and the low of the current day, but you're also inside of yesterday's range, down low. The market actually, after a large move like that, is probably now just establishing a new boundary. So you have to think in terms of it might be closing range of the week, but there's no setup there. And so some traders today probably, from what I understand, have found out the hard way. Some other traders took some trades. It was a large enough range that they captured some profitability, but you definitely don't want to be FAFOing with gold. I think I've mentioned that before. But what you don't want to do is go into the weekend psychologically damaged. It's one thing you damage your trading account, your financial capital, but it's another thing if you damage your psychological capital. You ruin your weekend because you spend your whole weekend. Number one, you go into the weekend, you beat yourself up mentally, emotionally, and you've taken a financial loss, but it's the psychological capital that the toll that it takes on you, and you spend your whole weekend going over what you're going to do next week and how you're going to do things right, and how you can filter out what you did wrong and make sure you eliminate those types of behaviors out of the equation so that it doesn't happen again. And this is why I really hammer home to traders. You need to understand exactly what it is that you're trading, not trying to trade an instrument and trade. That is not what I'm doing. I'm looking for specific setups. 3 session setups. So front side, I talked about this, front side, back side. And then the 3-day templates for scalable opportunities that are first red day, first green day, 3 days of breakout traders. We saw a few pairs that gave textbook playbook examples of that. And again, we're going to cover those in the technical video. But I'm just trying to really emphasize to traders, once you make that shift mentally and you understand, like Stephen, I talk about Stephen a lot, and Stephen focuses on reversals after markets break out. After markets break out. So he doesn't worry about trying to trade instruments. Like, I know there's lots of people out there teaching you how to trade instruments, but again, my understanding is this, and you can take this and you can think about it in depth over the weekend and ask yourself the same question. Taking trades and catching moves and getting pips is not what I'm looking for, because I know myself from experience that that is not where I'm going to have huge scalable rinse and repeat opportunities. I do, however, know, and I've seen it enough and done it enough now over 25 years, where markets have day 1, day 2, day 3 templates that will offer scalable opportunities, such as the one we saw on gold, such as the one we saw on oil, such as the one we saw on indexes. Large moves that are ACBs. ACBs, they ain't coming backs today. And that means you can have size on those opportunities when you understand how they set up, how they behave, how you're going to get in, because they show up over and over again. And if you sit on your hands and wait for those, if you get chopped up day 1, day 2, you're still trying to trade on day 3, and you miss the opportunities when they show up. The real opportunities, like Steven talks about an old buddy of his. He'd try and get $200, $200, and he'd miss the $20,000 trade. So it needs to be in your understanding what it is exactly that you look for each week. I like first red day. I like coiled markets that are about to explode. Day 1, day 2, day 3, session 1, session 2, session 3. If I can't find that on a free cash Friday, my next go-to always is a 3-session setup, not trying to trade a market. Do I have a 3, no matter which instrument I'm looking at, do I have a 3-session setup, a coiled market? And that could be US, Asia could be inside, London could be inside, because it's coiling. But we all, like on the indexes, for example, we had breakouts on S&P and NASDAQ. Obviously, the Dow Jones was already broken out first red day, and the other 2 indexes had blown off from the high of the week, high of the month, high of the year, I think. I have to check that. And took out the low of the week, outside days. Now, the S&P closed in breakout. The NASDAQ pulled back inside, and we're going to talk about that template, both those 2 templates, for a specific reason on the weekend. But so we actually have 2 markets that are potentially reversing inside already, and a 2-day reversal pattern on the Friday reversal, coiling into not only the New York Open, but then the 3rd hour major red news, 1st hour, 2nd hour, 3rd hour, catalyst for a parabolic move from the inside. But it's actually coming after the market has broken out. It's a reversal day on Friday, the closing range of the week. The closing range of the week. Now, opportunities are range from just simple markets that are in breakout on Friday, high of the week, low of the week, for a potential 3-session reversal. A simple model, a simple reversal opportunity. Whether it's 25 or 50 pips, it's more about the quality of the setup, meaning the probability of it's moving from one side to the other. And whether, so the indexes move 100 plus, the volatility is obviously more, but some traders don't trade the indexes. Some traders don't trade oil and gold. They just trade the currencies. So, which is why I emphasize simplicity on each of those 3 areas, whether you're trading currencies, gold, oil, or the indexes. Traders who are more focused on the indexes, you know specifically what you're doing, because if you get it wrong, like gold, like oil, they'll wipe you out very fast. And again, it's critical to take, even just understanding taking 1 or 2 larger scalable opportunities in the week. So differentiating that from session trades on the front side or on the back side, a 3-session setup, closing out the week, versus the 3-day template where we've got all time frames driving a move. Scalable, sizable, not that hard, because typically they tend to, on day 3, they'll start to go slowly when they're coiling, because when they break out, now they're attracting other time frame traders again into the markets, or ones that are chasing like a 15-minute bar close. Could be the breakout candle. Now we got 15-minute, 5-minute, but we also have hourly, 4-hour, maybe daily traders in that market as well. But coming back to understanding Fridays, we're going to put a video out specifically on that. You don't want to do damage on a Friday. And if you have a free cash opportunity on Friday, the closing range of the week for a reversal or a trend trade, understanding to execute that trade, lock in the money, and walk away. I'm not there trying to trade all day. I know there's traders out there who want to trade all day. And my opinion of myself, trading all day is a way to blow out your trading account. The more you trade, the more likely you are to do damage. Take money-making trade setups where it's easy to make money on. If you don't see one, then hey, if that's your trading business, don't trade. If you see one, so we had Mexican peso, pound Aussie on Monday, Tuesday, low of the week, reversal trades. Oil, low of the week, reversal trade. Same template, just a slightly different variation, exact same template. Same trick, that's 3 trades. 3 parabolic trades, 3-session setups for rinse and repeat opportunities, easy free cash. We have other instruments that gave great trades today. Over the weekend, we will go through this, and I want to just say to traders, congratulations. I think traders are really understanding. There's some that are frustrated. They're having some challenges, but that's okay. As I mentioned to one trader today, it is all fixable. No matter what the damage is, okay? So there's damage, you're beat up, you're beat down. The same things that happened today are going to happen again next week. And so look at what you need to change or eliminate, what you need to do more of what works, and do none of what didn't work. Cut that out and focus on rinse and repeat money-making setups on any instrument. I don't sit there and want to show everybody how smart I am by trading one market all the time and catching moves and all these things because I'm so smart. I'm not that smart. It has to be simple so I can do it again on any instrument. As I said, pound Aussie, Mexican, oil, same template, different markets, easy money-making setups. 3-session setups. First red days. We had a host of those this week. I'll go through those. First green day. So some of the templates broke higher, gave parabolic moves on day 3. Europe, London, Asian sessions, and then a reversal opportunity at the end of the US window. There was session opportunities for every Asian, London, New York session. Instead of trying to trade every day, if you're having challenges, focus on 1 or 2 rinse and repeat identical trading setups of the charts you have on your wall. Simplicity. What you don't want to do is anything to this. Protect this at all costs. And obviously protect your financial capital. My number one goal every single day is to not lose any money, first and foremost. But I have to obviously take risk on for me to make money. So where I want to go is where I have the smallest amount of risk in terms of the likelihood of me losing and the greatest possibility / probability of a profitable outcome, and then determining, is this just a session trade? Okay, so the session trade can still be lucrative depending on the size of your account. If you get 50 pips parabolic and you have 15 pips risk on the trade, or 20 and you get 100, whatever, that's a 5-to-1 opportunity. But if you have the opportunity to make 250 pips on an instrument, risking 20, now we're talking 10-to-1. And those happen every week. 3-day templates. Now, obviously, some of the currency pairs are not going to go 250 pips. But the indexes, gold and oil, offer those opportunities when they present. Getting better every single day, 1% better every single day, is about all those little things. an actionable review process, eliminating garbage trades out of the equation, and protecting your mindset, protecting your health, blowing steam off, exercising, meditating, self-talk, short-term goal setting, right? All the little things that keep inching you forward in the direction of constant progress. One of the things that traders, okay, so you get the templates, you understand what a best trade candidate is. Now you got to really sort of hone performance, live performance. Be able to be under pressure and execute and self-talk. Execute and self-talk. Understand and be in the moment. Be so crystal clear on what it is that you're doing and what you've identified. Starting small. Rinse and repeat. Each trade, building your momentum and your confidence. You build confidence through accomplishment. Baby steps. By the inch, it's a cinch. By the mile, it's a trial. If you're trying to hit home runs all the time on markets that are not set up yet to give you a home run, you're going to stop out at break even. You're going to take losses. You're going to hold on to losers. You're going to engage in impulsive, erratic activity. You're going to jump from pair to pair. You don't actually understand that you're looking for a setup. And that's critical. Then you're going to system jump. All these things that just keep rinsing and repeating with retail. So protect this at all costs on a Friday. Over the weekend, recharge the batteries. Step back. Again, how long have we been doing this? Every single week. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Reset. Day 1, day 2, day 3. It happens every single week. The key is finding the best instruments. And we'll talk about that this weekend as well. So congratulations, traders. It's been a fantastic week. I think there were several traders that had breakthroughs. And even some of the traders that had some challenges, I think, have had some breakthroughs. And that is the key. As long as you're above ground and breathing, moving forward, growing better, 1% better every single day, having a growth mindset, build everything stronger. Your mind, your body, your health, your relationships, your trading business, all those things. Keep it simple, keep scaling it, rinse and repeat. If it's simple, every single thing in your life, if it's simple, you can reproduce it, you can reproduce your results, you can duplicate it, and you can duplicate it in live time. Have a great weekend, traders. May the markets go with you.